Wait, I'm back. Yeah, I know it's been a few days since the last update. But we finally got into some stable accommodation, put some stuff away, and I finally got some adapter plugins so I can use my Australian devices. We we went to summer solstice. Those pictures videos I'll put up soon. I'm just recharging my battery for my camera because my camera died. Once I transfer them all over, I can then submit. I can then submit that up. This is just pictures of Joe and environments and so on. So there's nothing that can really identify myself with the framing anyway. And what I noticed about Dorset is that it hasn't changed at all, really. It's the same old Dorset as it was last. And yeah, Dorset hasn't changed. The people haven't really changed either. Uh, and frankly, buildings haven't changed either. So essentially, a lot of buildings here are still stone, brick, not much concrete, and not many notable towns necessarily into some modern standards, which is kind of funny and ironic in a way, if you want to think of it that way. But it's neither here nor there. But yeah, we are now finally secure in the UK. We went to visit. I went to visit my son's children. We agreed on a date to head up to London to see Tower London with their kids. Because I'm an adult, we can go swimming with the kids now because yeah, one adult per one child system means that technically speaking, everyone can swim. So that's cool. The family in that end is completed. There's some obvious stuff in which family ends, which of course isn't going to be resolved. But was anyone expecting it to be resolved? No. Anyway, if you noticed that my accent might have changed a little bit, it's not my accent change. In Australia, I put on the a more British Queen's English accent because that's more understood. But that's not where I grew up. Where I grew up in childhood, it's the accent I'm speaking more like here is more the actual accepted accent. So it's more of a case that the accent I'm doing now is more of the general accent in the local area. Uh we just call it dorsetian as a joke because it's a unique sub-brand of the English language in which in which some would say we completely distort the English language entirely, but that's really neither here nor there. um, but either way, it's still good. Pictures and videos be up soon. We're now secure, stable. We now got a plan. The car we is now set up, arranged, and done. We can now move freely. I organized with a close friend who I haven't met with you for years, to meet up with him in London because London is actually, believe it or not, the middle ground point, as stupid as it may sound. And yes, I know for those who are in the UK, it's the most expensive middle ground point, but it's the most realistic middle ground point. Because for him, he's going from York to London, and I go from Sherborne to London. For him, that'd be around 2 hours. For me, it'd be around 2.5 hours. Um, yeah. So it doesn't really matter because in terms of time distance to get to London, it's basically this similar slash the same. So it doesn't necessarily matter. yeah, that's just a general update. A The next video I put out will be about the summer solstice thing, and the next one after that will be about the first 5 days of trying to get into UK and to this destination, because that is a story in and of itself, which I haven't really elaborated on yet. But it's a funny story in some regards, interesting story in some regards, and so on. It will require more elaboration. So yeah, with that, I be out, I guess. And all of you lovely people out there have a lovely time.